Good evening, church. My name is Dave Sabo. Continuing the series of Miracles in the Mayhem. I wanted to share with you guys tonight one of the most important stories in the Bible to me, and that's Noah and the flood. Starts off in Genesis chapter 6. It's a story many of us are familiar of. We've seen the movies about it. We've heard the childhood stories. We have the Kids Kingdom songs that we sing about it. And sometimes it's one of those stories that it's one of those biblical stories that kind of becomes a cliche. But there's so much deeper meaning to it that we need to glean from it. And I hope I can give you a couple short snippets of that will help you today. So starting off, I'll read a couple of the passages. In Genesis chapter 6, verse 5, it says, I'm reading out of the Message. God saw that human evil was out of control. People thought evil, imagined evil, evil from morning to night. God said, I'll get rid of my ruined creation and make a clean sweep. People, animals, snakes, bugs, and birds, the works. I'm sorry that I made them. In verse 8 it says, but Noah was different. God liked what he saw in Noah. Going on further, it states that in the description of Noah, that Noah was a good man, a man of integrity in his community, and that Noah walked with God. In 6:11, it says, as far as God was concerned, the earth had become a sewer. Everyone corrupt and corrupting. Life itself was corrupt to the core. And yet Noah is considered to be good by God. Then in verse 14, 6:14, God gives Noah a command, build the boat. And Noah focused on building that boat. Some of the historians, they kind of vary on how long it took Noah to build the boat. Some people think it's between 50 and 80 years. Anyway, it was a lifetime, as far as we're concerned, that Noah was about his work. He was doing exactly what God had commanded him to do. In that, one of the things I take away from that too is that in that time, Noah wasn't spending his time splitting it up between doing what God told him to do and then preaching to the people of like, hey, you're evil, you're corrupt. God thinks you're a sewer. He didn't do that. He just did what he was told to do. God established a covenant with Noah in verse 18. With Noah and his family. Verse 22, Noah did everything God told him to do. Chapter 7, verse 1, out of everyone in his generation, Noah was considered as a righteous one. In 7:5, Noah did everything that God commanded him. You know, I want to be like Noah. When the chaos that this life brings, times like this, when catastrophes strike and everyone's in a panic and nobody knows what to do, my relationship with God as a man, as a husband, and as a father is what's going to protect my family and get us through those times. That's the kind of man that I want to be, and that's what the story of Noah means to me. A couple of other scriptures to go along with this. Matthew 6, 34. In the Message, give your entire attention to what God is doing right now. And don't get worked up about what may or may not happen tomorrow. God will help you deal with whatever hard things come up when the time comes. And finally, Psalms 116, verses 9 through 11. Again in the Message, I'm striding in the presence of God, alive in the land of the living. I stayed faithful, though bedeviled, and despite a ton of bad luck. I want to stay the course and finish strong. Many of you have heard me say that phrase a lot. This story of Noah is where I kind of got that from. Hebrews 6:12 follows along that as well. I hope you stay blessed. I hope you stay encouraged, and most importantly, walk with God. We love you so much. From all the Sabos, aloha and take care.